No problem. Okay, let me go on to Syria. The Russians denied that they had any role or that they're responsible for the bombing in Idlib. Do you have any comment on that?
We're still looking into what happened in Idlib. We don't have a great sense of complete knowledge here about who was responsible. Obviously, the images coming out of Idlib are very troubling. Obviously, the killing of innocent civilians is a violation of the cessation of hostilities, period. We're going to continue to work closely inside the cessation of hostilities task force with the Russians to try to figure out what happened here, and we'll take it from there. But I can assure you that we're very focused on it. We've seen the images, same as you. We're going to do what we can to get to the bottom of it.
Now, last week, the issue of Ahrar al-Sham was discussed rather thoroughly here in the briefing room and their role and so on. At week's end, they claimed responsibility for doing the bombings in Tartus and Latakia and other places and so on. Does that in any way places them, in your opinion, as much as Jabhat al-Nusrah and others who commit these kinds of terrorist acts?
I've seen the claims of responsibility. As we said at the time, the attacks were deplorable and unacceptable. That's still the case today. And as you know, one coming out of Geneva this last time, the ISSG agreed that they would more assertively look at persistent violations of the cessation and would not be, at a point that's appropriate, averse to rendering ineligible to the cessation a group or a force that consistently and persistently violates it. I don't believe that such a rendering has been done in this particular case, but I can tell you that we're going to continue to look at this and the actions of this group going forward.
So my last question.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I said Geneva. Thank you for the correction. Yeah.
My last question on this. So if they do the same things that Jabhat al-Nusrah does, if they espouse the same kind of ideology, at one point will you sort of categorize them or designate them as a terrorist organization and perhaps should be,
I don't want to get ahead.
Targeting them should be exempted,
I'm really not good at hypotheticals, and I don't want to get ahead of decisions that haven't been made, but I will go back to what was decided, again, in Vienna, that if a group consistently and persistently violates the cessation, puts innocent civilians at risk, then the ISSG will take it up as a matter and could determine that that group is no longer a party to the cessation. And they do that at their own peril, groups like these that make these decisions. So I don't know that we're at such a point with this group right now, but I'm certainly not going to rule anything in or out going forward. I mean, it's up to the groups that are party to it to live up to their obligations. And if they don't, over time, there'll be repercussions for that.
Right now, does the targeting of the group constitute a violation of the cessation of hostilities?
The targeting of
that specific group, Ahrar al-Sham?
Yes, because they are still party to the cessation of hostilities. Yes. Pam.
I have a number of questions.